Do you want to keep house sparrows away from your bird feeders? Let me show you how. This is Jeff with the Backyard Birds channel. House sparrows have been devouring all of the suet mixture from my suet log feeders. After putting the feeder up, the house sparrows clean it out in minutes, while the native birds get nothing. I finally quit putting suet out because the house sparrows were eating all of it and leaving none for our native birds. To learn more about why the house sparrow is invasive in North America, follow the link at the top of the video. To combat the house sparrows, I thought I'd try a device called the Magic Halo. I was skeptical that it would work, but after putting it in place, the house sparrows wouldn't go near the feeder. Let me show you the 5 variations of the halo that I've made, and hopefully you will get ideas to make your own. If you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to my channel. The Magic Halo was originally created by researchers at the University of Nebraska. The original version was composed of a circle of wire above the feeder with 4 vertical lines hanging from the circle. You can find the study and links in the video description. From my experience, the key element of the halo is the 4 wires or cords that hang from the halo. The halo itself doesn't seem to be necessary. The vertical lines that hang around the feeder should be a few inches longer than the feeder itself. For some reason, house sparrows do not like the vertical lines around a feeder. But woodpeckers, nuthatches, and chickadees are unfazed by them. Pine siskins, purple finches, and goldfinches aren't bothered either. The study did show that blue jays were highly deterred and grackles and cardinals were moderately deterred. This halo is made from wood and wire. It is based on the Magic Halo that you can purchase from birdfeederhalo.com. Start with a 1x2 inch piece of lumber about 20 inches long. The 20-inch length will ensure that it fits on the shepherd's hook. I used some old 9-gauge wire to make the circular part of the halo. If you don't have 9-gauge wire, coat hanger wire will work. Drill horizontal holes in both ends of the wood and insert the 9-gauge wire through the holes. The vertical lines are made from craft wire, which is lightweight and flexible. The weights on the wire are square nuts. You can use washers or nuts for weight. I twisted the vertical wire to the halo wire and used clothespins to keep them from sliding along the halo. You can also use alligator clips to attach the vertical wires to the halo wire. A hook is attached to the underside of the halo, and an eye screw is attached to the top to allow it to be hung from an S-hook. This is the halo hanging from an S-hook with a suet log hanging from the halo. Watch as this downy woodpecker eats from the suet log feeder. He can eat in peace and not be attacked by house sparrows because of the Magic Halo. This halo is made from wood, wire, and shoelaces. I cut 2 pieces of 9-gauge wire to about 20 inches long. The wire was bent at a right angle in the center to make a V. The 2 pieces of bent wire are placed between 2 blocks of 1x4 inch wood and screwed together. A conduit strap is attached to the top side to hang the halo from a shepherd's hook. On the bottom side, a hook is attached to hang the feeder from. Shoelaces are attached to the wire using cord locks. Square nuts are tied to the shoelaces for weight. This is the halo hanging from a shepherd's hook with a suet log hanging from it. This red-bellied woodpecker doesn't have to worry about house sparrows attacking it, as it feeds in peace thanks to the Magic Halo. This halo is made using an existing squirrel baffle. It's probably the easiest halo to make. The wire hanging from the baffle is repurposed wire that was wrapped around a roll of hardware cloth, but you can use craft wire instead. 4 mini binder clips are used to attach the wire to the baffle. The wire is attached to the clips, and the clips are attached to the baffle. For weights at the end of the wires, I use 1/4 inch bolts with washers and nuts. This is the halo hanging from an S-hook with a sunflower tube feeder attached. The American goldfinch and pine siskins are eating at the sunflower feeder, and there are no house sparrows around to harass them. This halo is constructed using wood lath and nylon cord. 4 12-inch pieces of lath are attached to a square block of 2x4 inch lumber. Cut 4 pieces of nylon cord a few inches longer than the feeder it will be used with. I used a match to melt the ends of the cord to keep it from fraying. Holes are drilled in the ends of the lath and nylon cord is inserted through the hole. A simple knot is tied in the cord to keep it from sliding through the hole in the lath. The weights at the ends of the cords are 1/4-inch bolts with nuts. They are attached with square knots. A hook is attached to the underside of the block of wood, while an eye screw is attached to the upper side. This halo is used on an S-hook and has a suet log hanging from it. Look at this red-bellied woodpecker devouring suet, free from the torment of house sparrows. This halo is constructed using wood and baling wire. I used scrap wood to make the arms of this halo, but 1x2-inch furring strips could be used instead. Cut 4 12-inch pieces of wood for the arms. Use screws to attach the arms to a square block of 1x4-inch lumber. A 1/2-inch conduit strap is attached to the top of the halo so that it can be hung from a shepherd's hook. Cut 4 pieces of baling wire so they are a few inches longer than the feeder they will be used with. A hole is drilled in the end of each board and the baling wire is inserted. The end of the wire is bent at a 90-degree angle to keep it from sliding through the hole. If you don't have baling wire, use any rigid wire like that from a coat hanger. This halo is hung from a shepherd's hook and has a suet log hanging from it. This is my favorite halo because it requires no weights and the lines don't get tangled. Because the house sparrows haven't eaten all of the suet, this male hairy woodpecker is able to eat. Follow these guidelines when using the halo. Do not use the halo during breeding season, as juvenile house sparrows may learn to tolerate it and it will lose its effectiveness. Do not use fishing line for the vertical lines, as birds can get entangled in it. To ensure the deterrence of house sparrows, be sure the vertical lines are longer than the feeder they surround. Be aware that the lines can get crossed in the wind and may need untangling. Since I started using the magic halo on my suet feeders, the suet lasts for days. When house sparrows were visiting, it only lasted about half an hour. You can find links in the video description for all items shown in this video. I hope you found the information in this video useful and will use it to deter house sparrows at your feeders. Hi, it's Jeff with the Backyard Birds channel. If you like this video and want to see more like it, you may want to subscribe to my channel. Just click the red subscribe button below the video. To be notified of new videos, be sure to click the bell widget next to the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Backyard Birds channel.